Hello, I'm Munch Mellow. I am currently in Tabletop Simulator. I know today's was scheduled to be Rec Room, but after recording a couple of Rec Room videos and something going wrong with every single one of them, I figured, whatevs. But today, I actually want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. My head hasn't really been in the game in Rec Room. Uh, Instead, I've been thinking a lot about Dungeons and Dragons. Spoiler alert, I'm a nerd. Just giving you a heads up. Uh, but, Dungeons and Dragons is an amazing game. And, it's a tabletop game. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I play all types of games. I play board games, video games, VR games. I play games. Games is my thing. And today I actually want to talk about my history with Dungeons and Dragons. And it's kind of a long one. Hopefully this video doesn't turn out to be too long. But anywho, like 23, 24 years ago, somewhere around there, I had a friend, and we would always alternate going, spending the night at each other's houses and whatnot. And I bring this up because one night, this is long before I ever heard of Dungeons and Dragons, we were kind of telling a cooperative story. At the time, we were big into Gundam and whatnot, so that was the theme of it. I would just ask him questions about what he would do. And that was actually my very first experience with role-playing. I didn't know it at the time, but fast forward a bunch of years, and I don't remember who I got it from, but I got my first starter set for D&D. It was 3rd edition. It was a 3rd edition starter set, and it was awesome. By that time, I had already I moved, so I made new friends, and we were all a bunch of nerds, and I had no idea what D&D was. None of us did. This was the first time of being introduced to it. So I wound up DMing my first game, my first official game. We still had no idea what the rules were, what we were doing. We had to look everything up. But my very first game, I planned forever, and we sat down, started getting some drinks and and snacks and whatnot, and I grabbed some snacks and went back to the table we were sitting at. It was actually a coffee table, sitting in front of the couch. And by the time I got back, they were planning what they were expecting to do, and one of them said, let's go find some goblins." And I was thinking, that's perfect, because I got a goblin camp all set up for an encounter. And then he's like, no, let's not go to the goblins. Let's go to the cemetery. And I was thinking, that's perfect. I have a cemetery with undead all ready to go. And me being the gullible idiot that I am, I was not realizing that they had my notes. They had my DM notes, and we're looking at them. Until they finally said, "Okay, let's go fight." Let's go fight. I think his name was like Zorlak or something like that. At which point I realized, wait, yeah. So, and that was my very first time DMing. After that, I did some more plans, and we did an actual game where they didn't mess everything up, and it was a very fun experience. Well, we were playing this playing D&D for probably about a year by the time I first tried creating my own magic items, just making them up. And it went disastrously. By this time, we were watching a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z. So, I thought up some gloves. A pair of gloves that could charge magic. A ball of magic in between your hands, and the longer you charge it, the more damage it does. Every round that you charge it for, it does an additional d6 of damage. I can't remember what I called them, probably Goku's gloves or something like that. So anywho, he'll be back. He's always back. Zumbler never dies. I gave the item to the players to see what they would do with it, how they would respond, really. And they, rather unpredictably, killed everyone. They just nuked the town. Killed every guard that came their way. They killed everyone. And that there, it set me up for two different traditions while I'm DMing. The first is I create random nifty magic items that have strange effects that the players have to figure out. And the second tradition is the starting town very rarely survives in my campaigns. The starting town where everyone's happy and all the things are good, it generally gets burnt to the ground. Anywho, that's a bit much on the destruction and whatnot. Then I moved down to here, where I am now. There's windows, I guess? And I moved here, and then I found my first actual gaming store that I went to regularly. And I found more players, people who like D&D, people who play it. And up until this point, I had only ever DM'd. I have never played as a player. And I jumped in a couple games as a player, and they were fun, but I would get bored of my character so quickly. And that is a problem I still have today. I would just get so bored of my character. In fact, I built one character that was actually designed specifically to change into a different character. Just whenever, it would take him like 24 hours or something like that. But he would just change into different characters. And that character bored me because he wasn't versatile enough. He wasn't broad enough. I've always been partial to spellcasters when I do play as a player, because of their versatility, because of their utility, and especially glass cannons. Glass cannons, because they die easily, and when they die, I build a new character. Now I wouldn't go off, 99% of the time, I wouldn't go off to intentionally kill them. I would just let that naturally happen. For example, I had a character, a Scion, who was, actually he wasn't really a glass cannon, but he was pretty close. He was a little durable, more durable than the average Scion, but he was the librarian. He loved books. He worshipped knowledge, and to damage it. One time he accidentally destroyed a cart of books, and he literally went and had atonement cast on himself. He felt so horrible for it. And that was the character. His intention was to create the greatest library in existence. And in the campaign that he was in, there was a barbarian who he didn't particularly like, because the barbarian was not very intelligent. He didn't like books. He just was generally not very kind to books and knowledge in general. Oh, but one day we went into this mansion that was it was some sort of enemy. I believe it was a lich that we were fighting, and the books began flying off the shelves and attacking us. I refused to touch them. I just let them attack me. And the barbarian took the first swing at a book. He just demolished it. Poof. And then he took another swing at a book, and another, and my character was just going insane. He was absolutely driving him mad until he finally took all of that glass cannonness and just shot at the barbarian with everything he had. Left the barbarian at 0 hit points, but the barbarian had Die Hard. And he one-shot me. Or the librarian. He one-shot the librarian, and that was the most glorified death that I could ever achieve with that character. But that was a very memorable time in my time playing as a character. But as a DM, I've done so much more. It's been so fun. Now, all of this has been, well, the early stuff was in 3.0, but after a while I was playing 3.5, and I actually had never played, or rather, I actually had only really gone after 3.5, at least when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. I've played some other systems here and there, but 3.5 has always been my mainstay, where I always just go. Partly because of the vast versatility in it. You can create just about anything. I've literally built Sonic the Hedgehog. I've built Master Chief. A friend of mine recently built Egon. And it's incredibly versatile what you can do with it. Now, downside is you can build Egon and Master Chief and Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, who wants to play with those characters? Especially in like a fantasy setting. The DM's like obviously expecting it to be fantasy setting. Why is Master Chief there? Or Egon, or like Samus, Mega Man, any of those guys with the guns. Recently, I actually started reading up on 5th edition. By recently, I mean like yesterday. And the differences, there's quite a few differences. It's a bit much. However, I do feel that it will be far more balanced, far more well crafted. It is much harder to get bonuses and stack bonuses on top of bonuses and on top of bonuses and get crazy numbers for all of the things. In 3.5, it is not difficult to get a diplomacy skill of a diplomacy skill bonus of 50. Like that's like child's play. And with a diplomacy skill bonus of 50, you can turn someone who has the utmost hatred of you, that wants to kill you and destroy everything you love. You can literally talk to them for a minute, and suddenly they are willing to die for you. They are willing to do everything that it takes to, they will sacrifice themselves to be to be a slight convenience to you. 3.5 is a very easily broken system. Anywho, this isn't really about the game. It's with my experiences with it, and I've got some regular players that all or a regular group that I play with, but uh, there's a lot of animosity in there, and they say that there's not, but you can't really deny that kind of thing. It's obvious. Um, and so I haven't really been playing it all that much lately. I would like to start again. Maybe I'll do it in this once I get a better router, because the latency on this is nauseating. It's horrible. This is a bit of a long-winded video, so I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for that. I'm very sorry. I'll say goodbye, Zonblur. Goodbye, Zonblur. So you guys have fun, good luck, and be awesome. Lag and latency and dragons. Dragons fly. Okay. That was stupid.